go. What is up, guys? West Shrimp Pubway Savage recording live. We have a debauchery possibly starting, and the true master of games is joining us, as well as Digital Demon, Jess, Julian, and Pokemon Master.
Did Panther attack again?
Keep that in.
Well, did Panther attack again?
No, that's did you not see his fucking Steam name, his Discord name?
Who?
Jess's current name.
Jess, I'm going to kill you.
But hi, games. It's been a while.
Guten Tag, Poke. Now give me money.
He ain't giving you money. He's gonna tell you like I did. Shove it up your ass.
My name is Donald J. Trump. Oh, if you give me money.
Oh, Jesus. You already have enough, you granny bastard.
Actually, have you ever said Allah Akbar so loud in school that all the kids look at you because they think you're an actual terrorist?
Debauching my fucking intro again.
Sorry, what are we gonna be talking about tonight?
We're gonna ruin Derby Redneck's intro, okay? We're gonna make it so cringy that he's gonna have to start over.
No, let's not. Let him actually get the intro done at least.
Yeah.
Wait, what
was whatever. I give up. I give the fuck up.
Wait for what?
Wes, real quick, before you do the intro again.
No, I said I give the fuck up. Fuck it.
Let's just edit the bloopers together and release Jackass 3.5. Please, the fans.
How about no?
Yes, we could.
How about we take this seriously?
That scream earlier from West was pretty funny.
He hasn't released. He was planning on releasing the bloopers.
Hey, how about we take this seriously?
Well, it's supposed to be relaxed, which it is. It's less than lax. It's more cancerous.
You realize you're talking to me, the person who takes every big project seriously.
Well, we can take it seriously, but we also can be lax about it because today the subjects we're going to talk about are gaming, Gamergate at the request of Jess.
No! Never open that can of worms again.
Talk about other extracurricular activities such as hunting, and I come up with another one, cooking.
Okay, real quick.
Well, go ahead. What is it, Master Game?
No one ever bring Gamergate up again. It's a fucking cringe fest.
No, this actual situation is important because it brings up a sort of controversy about gaming.
Speaking of Gamergate and people like that, did you guys see the journalist for when Cuphead was doing a trailer?
That's actually what we're talking about.
That's actually the topic about it.
You spent 10 minutes on the tutorial.
That's actually what we're about to talk about.
We actually
start. I'll pick. Who should I pick? Jess or True Master Games? Jess, let me start with you. You start. You talk first. You just get your points across, and then where you see fit.
I'm gonna warn you. I need to warn all of you right now. You might some typing because I'm writing some songs while we're talking.
Alright, so basically the new game Cuphead has been released at the point that by the time this video is out. A lot of people are calling it a challenging game, but the controversy starts when certain video game journalists are butthurt about the game being too difficult, as in they couldn't get past the fucking tutorial. So on the first link that I sent last person post, Rock Paper Shotgun posted, Cuphead is another example of elitist garbage that is ruining video games.
Oh God!
It's not opening the door. Garbage. People I'm sorry, but goddamn.
I'm finished. I'm gonna go all out on this argument. I'm gonna go all out.
One at a time.
go die in a fucking fire. You're more autistic than my diagnosis in 97 and 98, for fuck's sakes.
Anyway,
go fucking
Jess,
grow.
anything
Games are supposed to be challenging. Fucking deal with it. Fuck it.
Hold on.
No,
Jess,
no.
Jess, are you done talking?
No,
This
games
Sorry,
are
go
is
ahead,
almost
Jess.
fun.
Unless you're
fun.
done. Sorry.
Alright. And it's getting even worse now. It's opening a whole other can of worms now. And he made another article about it. Now that Ubisoft has opened the door, can we have our skip boss button fight? Boss fight button? Where now they want to skip boss fights. And now that even the word gameplay is now a buzzword. It's a toxic gamer elitism word. And even an alt-right dog whistle.
Basically, to them, it equates to.
Are you done? Wait.
Our games are so
Basically.
Yes, you're hurting everyone's ears.
Well, that's an
Our game-
autistic frog screech. That's what it's supposed to do.
Jess, are you done? Because if so, I want to go all out on this.
Wait.
Oh,
So
one
in
last-
their eyes, our games are supposed to hold your hands
Pokey,
to
let him finish. I couldn't
Alright.
hear what-
And last thing, before we start to dive into this, the last source I brought up, at first it does the right thing and it acknowledges that basically the entire culture war that we're in the midst of at this point, basically it started with the original Gamergate that this is resurfacing. So yeah, they do acknowledge that the shit that we're in right now is basically us versus the SJW. It all started with Gamergate how many or so years ago.
Is that it?
Basically, this entire shit show is about should video games be difficult to, or should they be changed to please the people who rather
Okay.
just walk through it. Alright,
Okay.
now let's dive into this.
Okay, so what now? If you're done, that is.
Yeah,
Wes?
I'm done.
I'm gonna want. Okay, so you're gonna be editing these, right? Or you uploading them?
This is just going to be raw recording podcast episodes. That's what they're going to be.
Dang, I was gonna see if you could look up something to show what I'm talking about.
No, well.
Anyway. Okay, first of all, let me first cover the first point about the Cuphead trial. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so yes, there are games that do have even beginning levels hard. Binding of Isaac is a great example of this. And we will be coming back to this game later, so keep this that I mention this in mind. However, Cuphead is not one of these games. Cuphead's tutorial is the basic of basics. Its tutorial is basically a floating. It's basically the obnoxious tutorial narrators without the voice, basically. It's simple, it introduces you to mechanics very easily, it just seems like it's being forced upon you. The thing is, this guy had struggling with getting the jump working, and then, after he finally got everything set up, he ran to where it's supposed to show you to, use the platform and dash to get over this wall. It's plainly stated what to do. He's already used these mechanics, now he's just supposed to combine them. It took him somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes to get past this. Just one most basic obstacle. And then he went on, finally, and it was a travesty. He used, I think it was 1/3, wasn't it? Because I think it was 30 minutes to play of trial time. He used 1/3 of it on the tutorial. Think about that for a moment. This is why I say that. Yes, you do not have to be good at games to talk about it. However, if you're going to talk about how difficult a game is, you should be able to play the game. If I could not play Binding of Isaac, I would have no reason to talk about difficulty because I do not know how to play it right.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, about the difficulty spikes. Here's another thing. One game I think that does this right. Kingdom Hearts Recoded, for example. Kingdom Hearts has 4 settings. There's beginner, normal, hard, and proud. Beginner mode is basically what you would think. It's the mode you would give for someone that doesn't know about the mechanics at all, someone that wants an easy playthrough through the story, or give to a little kid. Normal is the average player style. This has normal difficulty. This has normal damage, normal everything. Whereas beginner has HP of enemies lowered and their damage taken high. Then we have hard mode, which is, if I remember correctly, it was about 1.25 higher damage resistance on our enemies. Not only that, but certain item drops were rarer. Then finally, we have proud mode. This is expert. Proud mode, depending on the enemy, goes between 2 to 2.25 damage resistance.
Okay.
Times 2, I mean. This means that it will take you twice as long to kill the enemies, and that's not factoring in their higher AI, their better AI. Not to mention, in proud mode, enemies spawn at a more clustered spot. This is how you should do games if you want to get them varying difficulties. Give it mechanics that let the player choose, when I play this, I want this difficulty so I can have this experience. Don't make it to where, we're just going to have a game that's basically just a picture with a few time commands. Fuck you. That's not gameplay.
No, it's not. That's terrible.
Make the games where they have the gameplay mechanics, but still have it to where there is a mode for those who just want to see the story. That's how you get this done. However, I will also say, not every game needs this.
No.
Look at Mario Brothers. If we could adjust the difficulty back then, that game wouldn't be as fun as it is. That game is fun because there are some levels that are easy. There are some levels that are difficult and some that are just mildly challenging.
I only started getting into trouble when I got into World 5. That was when it became...
It was World 4 for me because of the fucking Lakitu.
The Lakitu, I just jump on their heads at right timing, and I'd do it every fucking time. It's easy for me. I knew the jumps.
Yeah, but as a child, I didn't think I could. For some reason, as a child, I didn't think I could jump onto the Lakitu's head.
I don't know. I was one of the weird ones. Then again, I am autistic. I have an over-observation.
I think it's because when I saw my brother play it, he lifted up Spiny the exact same time that he jumped up, so my brain went, okay, don't jump on the Lakitu.
Yeah, that's probably why.
That's probably what it was.
It probably was. Because I've done it. I just tried just right, and I killed the shit out of them.
Anyway,
they're dead.
but this is what people don't understand. When it comes to being a game's quote-unquote journalist, here's what they should do. If they can't play the game themselves, but they need to do this as their job, here's what I think they should do. There are many resources, many channels, so I talked to Wes about... Wes, I talked to you about this.
Yeah.
I plan to do eventually. I want to do games, do things where I look into the game's mechanics and analyze it for all my viewers to see. That way, it's like, if this is has this damage multiplier with this this situation, then and you wouldn't normally get this notice in the game unless you looked it up. It would be there as a resource. Heck, there's someone that does this as well. Chugga Conroy. He does these things amazingly.
I love
and you could watch someone like him. Watch someone like him who goes into an analysis, and you can see, oh hey, here's how an experienced gamer handles it, and this is how difficult it is for them. That's what they should do if they can't play the game themselves.
Chugga Conroy helped me out so much in Pokemon.
It's one thing to watch the game and analyze it. It's another to play it, not be able to play it, and then try to analyze it. At the very least, they should have to have at least seen someone that knows what they're doing play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
And the whole philosophy of get good, it's not elitism, it's not excluding people.
Oh, thank you.
It's meritocracy.
Whenever you say,
it's natural selection at its finest. Or, hey, get better. Learn to better yourself. That way you can find it when you get good.
No, wait, Wes.
Wes, calm down.
Get good. I will agree. It's a very bad argument.
Yeah,
because it's like it's the equivalent of the Republican and the Democrats going at each other. You're wrong. I'm not going to say why, but you're wrong.
Yeah, I know.
It's like if you tell someone get good, that doesn't tell them what the hell they're doing.
Well, you gotta be specific. If you tell them what to get good at. That's the other thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like if someone messes up in a game and you just say get good instead of like telling them, here's a little hint.
I get that a lot in Counter-Strike Source. I get a lot.
Yeah,
of
but there are people that say that legitimately, not joking, but legitimately.
Legitimately, it kind of demoralizes you, and you don't want to play the game anymore afterwards.
How you doing, Sarge? You snuck in on our asses, or my asses.
Now,
I also play a lot of Overwatch, and that's very competitive, and people are always yelling at me to get better.
There is a lot of games where the communities have gone really, what is it?
Toxic.
Like some gaming communities have gone down south because how aggressive players are to other new players trying to new games.
If they want to talk about a game that is hard, that could be quote unquote elitist, despite the fact that elitist isn't an actual fucking term.
Holy shit.
Let me finish. Elitist isn't an actual term. Fuck you people who say that shit. It's fucking stupid. But elitist, I haven't played Cuphead yet. But I have. I have seen it, and to me, it just reminds me of like, oh hey, this is a basic old style side scroller attack.
Cuphead reminds me of the art of like the old Disney cartoon.
You know what?
Once again, can I please?
Sorry.
Once again, I'm going to point back to Binding of Isaac. Is this game hard? Yes. Is it too hard for younger minds? Yes. Is it too hard for people who are just getting introduced to games? Yes. Do I think it should change or get an easy mode? No. And here's why. Binding of Isaac, from the beginning, was designed as a game that was meant to be a challenging experience. It was advertised as such. It was told as such in development. And even to this day, it's said as such. Heck, Edmund has even actively has fixed glitches that actually are exploitable in the game. Or were exploitable. And this is
I have played Binding of Isaac.
Challenge. Part of the challenge is the fact that, if for those of you who don't know, every item you get is randomized, and every item acts in a different way. It is up to you, the player, to figure out a strategy that you like, a strategy that works for you. It is up to you to figure out, what can I do with what I am given? What do I need to let go? It's all up to the players planning ability, and
Willing.
play style.
And don't
And
forget
this
the
is why I
willing,
don't
too.
think it's a change, because if it was the vision from the beginning to be a challenge, if it was advertised as a challenge, keep it a challenge. However, the same is true if it's a game that is advertised as being playable for all ages. If the game is advertised simple for children and also good for adults to play,
I have
then
played
have it possible. Then have it possible for the game to have an easy mode and a hard mode if that is a possibility in the game. This is how you keep it to where you can cater to both new gamers and old.
Well, I've played Binding of Isaac, and I can agree. That's a really hard game. I cannot get past the second base, past the second or third one.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Heck, for me personally, a lot of people don't like this item, as for example. A lot of people say this item is shit. I find use for it. Soy milk. For those of you who don't know, soy milk gives you basically rapid fire. It makes it to where you shoot like a machine gun.
Yeah.
However, the problem is it gives you damage down.
Yeah.
My play style normally revolves around this philosophy. I'd rather be able to hit multiple times with small shot to weed down the enemy than not be able to hit with one powerful shot because I'm too slow.
I personally, how I like to play it is I like to play with just I forgot her name, but whenever she gets to half a heart, she becomes like a devil.
Or Babylon, that's Eve.
Yeah, Eve. I like Eve, and my favorite power up.
That's another thing about the game. There are multiple places to play through. There are multiple ways to play. There are multiple characters to play with, and every character has its own gimmick.
Yeah.
For Razor Blade and Whore of Babylon from the start. Whore of Babylon is an item that when you are on your last leg, so to speak, you have what was it? 1.5 increase?
Something like that.
Anyway, but it gives you an increase in damage. And then there's the one that everyone fucking loathes. Lost.
Oh, yeah.
This
I love to play and have baby, even baby. Booyah, my favorite.
the thing with the Lost. This was one of the gimmicks from when Rebirth came out.
Yeah.
This character.
The good old
days. It is
days.
infuriating, but it is the ultimate of challenges. Imagine how I explained Proud Mode in Kingdom Hearts earlier. Multiply that by 50 at least. Because when we talk about the Lost, you have the very bare bones. You have the only item you have, if you haven't, well, until Afterbirth came out, but when Rebirth came out, the only thing you had going for you is that you had the ability to where if you had a bad set, you could re-roll it with the starting spacebar item, the D4. However, you have no choice what you get. Every single item you hold, except for a few that are hard-coded in, like 9 lives, are re-rolled. And this is both dangerous and helpful. Let's say if you had a run that was perfect up until you got a Mega Satan, because then you have too low range to hit him. Then your D4 comes in, and this time it is up to the roll of the dice, pun intended, if you live or die here. Not only that, but the Lost, on top of all of this, being such a risky character, is a one-hit KO. The Lost, one hit from any enemy, any attack, will kill them. However, you have this advantage. You have the ability to fly in spectral tiers. What this does, Ability to fly obviously lets you fly over pits, rocks, spike traps, etc. And when it comes to sorry about that, spectral tears. Spectral tears are tears that can pass through solid objects, such as the wall if an enemy gets stuck there somehow through a glitch. And not only that, but they can also pass through the rocks and that enemies will use cover. And I also will point out that is a good strategy, and a very popular strategy I've seen. Hide out on a rock and wait for moving enemies to come close. Once the room is clear of moving enemies, then you start working towards the stationaries. This is a very popular strategy and one that while it might be cheap, still really good. This character is the ultimate challenge for the game. It is needed to be beaten for 100%. But if you want to, you can still play the game and enjoy it without ever touching the character. Because the game is that vast. The game has all this potential, all these different things you can do. This is what gaming should be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think we got that out of the way. That subject, I guess.
I'm sorry that I kind of dominated all that. It's like, as my name tells, I get passionate when it comes to games, and especially since I'm the type of person who analyzes everything they see.
Or at least attempts to. I do that too, depending on what it is.
Cozy little place.
Alright, Gunma, where are you at? There we are.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Congratulations.
Anyone else have
friend.
anything to say on that?
Our sense of what's right is what separates us from the vampires. Don't forget, I've located the whereabouts of a vampire masquerading as a common citizen. Track him down.
And something that talking
Tread lightly.
about
The law is unaware of the danger. We will
Challenge.
treat you as a criminal if you are caught.
that's something like I love Pokemon. Like the first game I ever played.
Pokey, you're cutting out.
Dang it.
Alas,
Can you?
vampire can
Okay,
cloud the
am I
minds
better
of those
now?
it preys upon.
Yes.
It may be easy to convince
Okay.
any.
Well,
The
I was
law
gonna say,
best
like,
not to
I
damage
love
our
Pokemon and everything,
reputation.
my favorite game.
Let your
But
actions
something
be
that
as
I think is
discreet as
missing
possible.
is
You
a level
must
system.
figure something
Like, I've been
out.
playing Pokemon for a very long time.
Vampires ain't-
And
but
the
we'll
base
put us
games,
to
I
death,
think,
right?
are personally too easy. So what I think they should do is have, like, a system on how difficult it is. Like, an easy for newer players, like you said. A minimum for players that have been playing for a while.
Not so
I want them-
fast. This is something I need to talk about as well that I forgot about. Thank you for reminding me. Now, we also got to keep in mind that this ability for difficulty is not always an option. There are some games that are on such a time restraint and have such low capability that you have to keep it the same way. Pokemon is very formulaic, and there's a reason for that. Pokemon takes a long time, even with their formulaic code, to get right. Especially when they transition from the Game Boy to DS and DS to 3DS. Things make big changes, and even with their gimmick Pokemon, that is a big change as well, as they had to specifically code it so that this Pokemon will never appear, even if it is pulled from a random pool in a area that might glitch out like that. They have to specifically make it to where it will never read this unless a condition is met. But what you're talking about difficulty, here's the thing. With the difficulty, they would have to figure out a way to code each Pokemon to where it would recognize it as a foe, and not only that, but recognize it when it's a foe, to where it will only up traits for the foe, which would not work because the way the games are coded, it is coded to where everything you catch has the exact same stats and setup as when it was in the wild. That's how it's coded. It's made to copy and paste the code into your new Pokemon, basically. Due to this, it is extremely hard to figure out a way that it could be done. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. It could be possible. What I'm saying is that it would take a lot more time. It would take a lot more work, it would take a lot more resources, and we have to keep in mind the capabilities of memory when they are making these. Let's put it this way. For a simple shop code that I was making, this isn't even like with sprites and everything like what they have. No. This is solely text-based. And it's a shop code to buy armor pieces and weapons for 5 classes. And from that, I had to take over, let's see, let me check the number right here. I had approximately 30,000 lines of code. And that is just for one shop in a game. That is text-based.
Oh, Jesus.
And you also gotta keep in mind, if you're doing it with sprites, the game has to call and remember every sprite that is used. Every little pixel of the counter, every little pixel of the cashier, every little pixel of what is down there in the corner of Pokemon. Everything.
And especially doing that in like the newer 3D game.
Exactly. So what you're saying is like it's highly unlikely because of how much trouble they'd have to go through.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my
That
crops.
is another
There it is.
thing. You also have to think about when it comes to difficulty, what are the capabilities for the resources they have?
And how are you able to make the most of them?
Exactly.
I know exactly what you're trying to get at, the core. But thanks for explaining
Yeah,
it.
like the damage resistance thing I talked about with Kingdom Hearts. It works there because you do not catch your enemies. But in Pokemon, you do. That's why it would work there, but not here.
Makes sense.
Because
Digital Demon, you still there? Sard?
Hey.
Sard, are you still there? No, I guess not.
I guess they got bored of us talking.
No, Digital's still here. Sard left.
Guess he wasn't very interested in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I dominate all that. It's just that I go in depth with this type of topic. And being both a coder and a gamer, and not only that, but being someone that analyzes the games, I kind of know what I'm talking about in this situation for the most part. So I figured I'd share what I know.
Fine.
Is there anything else we need to talk about tonight?
Well, I was going to talk about something to do with gaming, but I was going to ask, what did you guys think of the... Fuck, what was it going to be? What do you guys think
Releasing
of...
a captured dragon.
Well, never mind. I'm
think
not
I'll ever
going to try to
understand
talk
that
about it, because if I'm going to keep stammering like this, I won't mention it. Fuck it. I can't get it out of my mouth. Never mind.
Yeah. Do any of you have anything that I might miss to add?
Digital, you want to say anything or what?
No, there's nothing to say.
Okay then. Well, let's talk about cooking then.
Wes, real quick. Can you send me the audio file for when we talk about the gaming? I'm actually planning on making a video about this.
I'll send you a video file. You can isolate it from there.
I do not have the material.
Huh?
I don't have an editing software. I'm saving up money.
I don't have that much editing. I just put my intro and a couple and my intro and main disclaimer on the, you know, onto the front of the video itself in Windows Movie Maker, and it compresses it nicely. Sometimes it does. It depends on the size. You know, depends on what I use.
What do you use?
Handbrake as well. I use Windows Movie Maker and Handbrake.
Oh yeah, apparently Windows Movie Maker has been removed from the store.
Huh?
Apparently the Windows Movie Maker has been removed from the Microsoft store.
Why?
I don't know. I went to check it out and I couldn't find it.
I think you have to go somewhere else online now. It's probably abandoned where like Diablo 1 is.
Fucking bullshit.
Hey, Wes.
They didn't update it since the 2012 version of it, by the way. So that's the last version of it.
Oh, Wes.
Years.
So, if there, hey, I got an idea something we talk about. So, have you guys had? I know Wes has, but have any of you had any experience with Discord's new feature?
The voice chat thing? I mean, the freaking...
The video chat.
Yes.
No, I have not. I would like to try it, but no, I have not yet.
Well, if I could get a moment, I could set up and we make it into a DM, group DM, and try it.
I would like to try it.
Wes,
Sure.
you want to do that?
I was actually going to talk, since you done said what we were going to say about games, I was actually going to add just a few last points to gaming. It's alright to game once in a while, you know, or when you get off of work or doing whatever you're doing from time to time, just in hanging with buddies that you want to meet one day, you know, online, you know, over the internet, you know, that are good friends. Like homeboys, which I'm establishing my inner circle still and branching it out now, and I got a lot of followers on my Discord. I'm surprised to have the amount that I do. Gaming from time, you know, here and there is great, but gaming 24/7, unless you're a beta tester and paid to do that shit for people, I don't see much point, you know. Yeah, and moderation is key. Excesses of life in moderation as well, you know.
Yup.
That's why I'm not as good a gamer as I used to be on certain game consoles. You know, I was a console fag. Like, I'm not a console fag. I was a console boy until PC came out. PC, and I saw emulators could be made. PC Master Race, motherfucker.
I look at it like this: consoles have some capability, and the PC has some capability.
And
just depends on what
can emulate the capabilities of the consoles, depending on what console.
Yeah, but emulating capabilities is pretty limited at times because sometimes emulations are kind of glitchy.
Well, Nintendo 64 emulator is getting better and better because Project 64 is the only one that's working on it at all.
And emulators.
You can't play. You can't play Wii games.
Huh?
You can't play Wii series.
Yeah, you can. Dolphin emulator.
Yeah, how do you get the motion controls and pointer to work?
True. Very true. You could do the Wii the controller settings would be like a GameCube. Probably.
Not for some games. Look at Sonic and the Black Knight, for example.
Yeah.
Which is a crap game.
Oh, come on. That game is actually pretty fun.
Dude, a lot of the more modern Sonic games kind of act like Sonic R or Sonic Racing, for fuck's sakes. That's how shit.
I like Sonic and the Black Knight. I like the
A good Sonic game that's on the Wii is Sonic Co.
if you let me finish, I liked it because of this. When you had Sonic Unleashed, it was amazing because it was something that I hadn't. Well, to me, it's something you haven't seen before. A game where you could actually use sword control. Granted, they improved it by Skyward Sword. However, before Skyward Sword, this was a huge step forward. Being able to see an actual sword game respond to actual swings of this blade was a very amazing thing. It was a very amazing innovation.
Well, Twilight Princess did it, and when the first Wii first came out, so it was right before Sonic's The Black Knight, if I'm not mistaken. Now Sonic,
I think that I think that the Wii adaptation came out later, because originally Twilight Princess came out for the GameCube.
Yeah, in 2006.
Yeah, I think that the Wii adaptation came later though because of
2007,
errors.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look this up real quick.
But speaking on the
Sonic
topic,
Sonic Unleashed and Sonic and the Black Knight. I could be wrong. But
a funny story about Sonic Unleashed. On like my 5th or 6th birthday, I was out with my grandparents getting some video games, and I wanted a Sonic game, and I really wanted Sonic Tennis. So stupid 5-year-old me got Sonic Tennis instead of Sonic Unleashed.
Okay, never mind. You were right. You're right. The Wii version did come out first. Okay.
No, the GameCube and Wii versions came out at a similar time, but Twilight Princess came out before Sonic and the Black Knight or whatever.
Yeah, it did. But still, it was pretty interesting. And one thing I did love about it was it was like, for what it was pretty interesting. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect. I would never say that. No, it's far from perfect. But for what it was fun. It was nice. It was a cool game.
The only super transformation I'll always admire was the most powerful one. It's never been released in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, or when they re-merged the two games back into one like they originally intended to release it, like they did on computer and a couple of the console versions that are bigger. And you know what? It's Hypersonic.
Hypersonic is so overpowered.
He's the most powerful super transformation as to date. The only way you could get any more badass is if you took the sacred rings, the world rings, or whatever you called them, from the Sonic and the secret rings or whatever.
But my favorite Sonic game
Dark
is
Spine Power is what I'm trying to say. If you combine Dark Spine Power with Hypersonic, it's the only way.
Well, Neji Sonic is pretty powerful.
Huh?
Neji Sonic, the comic Sonic, is pretty powerful.
He was pretty powerful before they rewrote that multiverse.
Because Neji Sonic has like his dark form, like I forgot what it's called, but he has like the dark form, which is pretty powerful.
Are you talking about Archie Sonic or the Sonic X?
Archie Sonic. I'm talking about Archie Sonic.
That's before. Or you're talking about before the big rewriting of everything, right?
Yes, yes.
The old Archie Sonic.
Also, I would like to point out that Archie Sonic was a weird gray area. It was both considered canon and not canon at the same time.
No, it was its own multiverse, dude. It was its own multiverse. It was its own multiverse. It was separate from the games until they rewrote it.
What do you guys think of Sonic Colors?
Heard that was actually one of the few good new Sonic games. Like for the time, it's decent.
What about the Sonic Generations?
Sonic
Generation is actually good.
Sonic Generations. I've tried to play
replay each and every single stage in that game to get rank A, and I've always been good with modern Sonic.
I really like Sonic Generations because it adds stuff from the original and newer Sonic. Like as the characters when they're younger and older, something I really like about it is the interactions between the younger and older Sonic. Since older Sonic talks and young,
the newer Sonic talks, the older one didn't.
Yeah, that's what I really like about it.
See, here's what I thought about Sonic Unleashed. Great game mechanics and everything, but here's the pissant. Werehog. That was butchery.
What's so bad about Werehog?
Wait. Let me talk about it for a moment. Can I talk about this for a moment? I've actually wanted to talk Werehog for a long time.
I like
Werehog and praises to give this one. Okay, Werehog in concept is like, okay, what the fuck were you thinking? Why?
That's
why
what I
Werehog?
was getting at.
Why?
Yes.
Why? However, gameplay wise, it was pretty fun. It was interesting to see Sonic at both having both fighting capabilities in a beat 'em up style and a regular style. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Werehog is
actually... it was an interesting choice. Cool. I see what they were trying to do. However, I think they could have done... Even as a Werehog, I think Sonic should have been faster. It's like, yes, I get it. He's lost speed because he's more bulky now. But he still should have had at least a little bit faster than he was.
Werehog, that was the weirdest shit I ever saw. That was honestly fucking stupid.
That was the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
But if it gameplay-wise was alright, then it's fine. I think the demon or hedgehog would have been a better transformation.
I honestly don't
Digital, real quick. I sent you a friend request. I'm making a group DM.
Okay.
I honestly really
White Buffalo.
really like Werehog. I think Werehog's cool. The whole thing about Eggman turning Sonic into like a werewolf. I like
the problem that I have with the Werehog is that they didn't even try to make sense of it. They didn't. Why did it have to be a Werehog specifically?
Exactly.
And how is it that?
I'm like, oh, because Dark Gaia just okay. Then why did that make him a Werehog? It should have made him Shadow basically.
It was just Dark Power. It should have made him like the demon hedgehog or something, a demonic, the demo hog.
It should have made him Shadow basically.
And how does and how is it that the Dark Gaia or whatever was only like specifically the Dark Gaia was specifically targeting certain people like Sonic?
No,
has been affected by it in some way.
I wonder what Werehog. No, I wonder what Werehog Super Sonic would look like.
Hey, guys, can we move this? Can we move this into the DM? I want to see something.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
Next.
Alright, since I'm going to have to do all the other stuff in the next episode, here's my last pieces. I love how fuckers like Gavin McInnes, Ben Shapiro, and others are going like, hating on video games like the old codgers are doing and saying, the fucking games lead to more violence and yeah. Asshole. Give me some citations. Give me some real evidence, or fuck off.
Oh yeah, and how first-person shooters are making terrorists.
I mean, it fails.
That's all I gotta say to Ben Shapiro, Gavin McInnes, and any others who tout that bullshit. Evidence. Use some citations. Use some psychoanalysis citations. And
someone use a fucking
scientific citations for experiments. Because they've done experiments on this and completely debunked the shit out of them. They've trialed this. They've scrutinized with the shit out of it. So, some citations, assholes, or nothing.
Can you hear me?
Or shut the fuck up, like Paul Joseph Watson says. Citations or nothing. Put up or shut the living fuck up.
In the words
Really?
of Teal Deer, citation needed!
Did Tail Deer ever talk shit like that, though, is the question.
I mean, the thing about games is what I always found funny. It's like, and this is also brought up before gun control and all that, which I find stupid. Did our society in gaming normalize killings? In some ways, yes, as a society we did change, but it has nothing to do with the outlook of guns, because society, we should be teaching it. And how people react to games being like, oh, games are tied to the murderers and everything. No. If anything, games teach you a lot more about morals and the struggles, including about what psychopaths go through in their minds, such as Trevor Phillip. He has old science to show you what psychopaths go through mentally.
Pretty much.
There's
And he's
also-
hilarious. Then he's hilarious because of that. Also because of that, because it's so fucked up what he goes through as a complete nut, as a psychopath. It's comical. It's fucked up at the same time. It's comical. So yeah. It's the right wing's counterpart to the leftists' gun control. That's really the best you could get. It's really the same. It's the same, but different areas, by different spectrums, and both are equally fucking retarded or easy to refute.
Oh, do you?
Benji Hero asinine when it comes to games. He has no good arguments.
There is also
Ben Shapiro, any conservative that does that about fucking video games have no citations, no proof, no fucking evidence.
Do you know what I have heard?
Shut the fuck
Do you know
up.
what?
Citation
Do you know?
fuck off. Literally.
Do you know what? Do you know what I've heard? Oh, yeah.
There's also the point this. There are game ratings for a reason. The reason we have game ratings is because, yes, there is content that's not appropriate for kids. And this is why we have ratings. You'll notice the games they talk about are normally rated PG-13. Or, I think that's the right rating. I keep forgetting the rating.
Rated T, you mean?
Would y'all turn the cameras off? It's lagging me a little bit.
I need to go to get to the settings. Hold on.
Yeah, even for
People have their cameras on.
I did.
And he looks like a fucking predator. In the Halloween spirit.
Alright, guys. I want to end this episode on a couple other notes.
Anyway, is that there's the fact that we have these T ratings for a reason. Because it's like, hey, kids might get the wrong idea from this game. Kids might be too sensitive for this game. So let's bump it up to teen when they have more experience with this type of subject. When they are, on average, more able to handle this.
Why in the fuck am I lagging?
I don't know. I turned the camera off.
Alright, thanks.
Oh yeah, and I have heard people say that Pokemon helps children, helps helps support.
You talking about the dogfight argument?
No, I've heard that Pokemon. I've heard people say that Pokemon supports animal abuse.
That's the dogfight argument. That's PETA.
Actually, that's not wrong in the universe. That is actually animal abuse. What is animal abuse? Think about it.
Cockfighting.
Here's another thing about the Pokeverse. Yeah, it's a fucked up afterlife. You and a collection of other souls could be considered merged into a single Pokemon, or you can become a Pokemon after death. It's fucked up.
Then you got like species that could fucking eat kids.
Wait. Let's think about this for a moment. The Pokemon that humans can turn into, and vice versa.
Oh, guys, have you guys heard?
Wait, Pokey.
One at a fucking time.
I was saying something. Anyway, you have to think about, it's like, think about that. They got reincarnated from a Pokemon to a human. That means they are fighting They are basically enslaving their own kind in a way.
Alright. Alright.
Think about that!
I already get your picture. I know this.
It's like,
It's a fucked up
you were
existence.
forced to fight like this, and then you turn around and just do it.
Have you guys heard the Pokedex entry
You know,
for
we're
Kadabra?
over my limit, by the way. We're gonna have to cut
Oh,
it
sorry.
short.
We should just keep it
Y'all
short.
took over like motherfuckers.
Anyways,
I'm sorry. Wes,
fucking damn it.
you know what happens when you invite me on one of these. You know I go on tangents.
It's alright, that's a good thing. We're getting more shit go. We got more content to watch. And I'm not complaining. I'm just letting y'all know a little over the original limits I intended for us, but that's okay.
Anyway, Wes, you also have you have my
fucking
YouTube channel. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did. I have it. Don't worry.